Hey y'all, I've been blessed and I hope you're having a successful turkey season as well. Today, I want to teach you how to make a simple and inexpensive wall display for your turkey fan. Besides tools, the only two items that you need for this inexpensive project is a simple old school coat hanger and a board of your choice. Whether it be an old rustic one like this, which I prefer, it's just got some character, to a cedar plank or a board that's come straight from the sawmill. It's your choice, be creative. Well, before we start this project, I want to take a quick step back. Many of you've cut the turkey fan off your bird, now you don't know what to do with it. So I just want to give you a quick overview as to how to pin it to a board to allow it to dry. No doubt I'm a blessed man. I've got turkey parts laying here off birds from Alabama, Kentucky, Ohio. But the end goal of this step is to end up with a turkey fan that's dried wide open like this, and it'll sit flat on the wall. So I've actually got a couple of these fans already done, but for display purposes, I think that they'll serve us well. The first thing I do whenever I cut a fan off a bird is to add borax. You can buy it at your local grocery store. It's laundry detergent basically. But I add borax to the fleshy part on the front and the back of the turkey fan. Next, I'll actually pour some borax where I'm going to pin down the turkey fan. Step one, as far as spreading this fan out to dry, is I add a center nail. You can call it a kingpin or what you want, but basically that's going to enable me to place the base or the butt of the turkey fan up against, and as I'm holding my turkey fan, then I can begin to spread it and nailing additional nails in to support the fan. Okay, these bottom feathers actually carry the most tension, so here I put 2 nails on this, and then I just try to equally space some other additional nails throughout the fan where needed for added support. As far as tools go, it's pretty simple as well. I've got a pencil, tape measure, a couple sets of pliers. I prefer using a set of vice grips for one hand to hold the wire, another set of pliers to bend it, and these also double as wire cutters. You also need a drill. Here I've got a 7/64 bit, however a 1/8 would work as well. And as far as cutting the board, you could use a simple hand saw, powered skill saw, or in my case I actually prefer a miter saw. This thing is just quicker, it's more precise, and enables me to make good clean cuts. So if you choose to use any of the powered saw, whether it be a skill saw or miter saw, I highly suggest that you use a good set of eye protection. Now that you know all the items that you need, it's time to get started. Once you have your dried turkey fan, the next step is simply to measure your board. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to take my board, I'm going to lay it on top of my turkey fan and see about how much of the turkey feathers that I need to cover up to make this attractive. So that looks about right to me, so I'm going to set my pencil there, set my board down for just a second, and I'm going to use my measuring tape. I'm going to measure from the pencil, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but just somewhere in the ballpark. There to there, we've got right at 4 3/4 inches to the base to the pencil. So I'm then going to measure the back side of my board, 4 3/4 inches. That's where I'll make my cut. So with my board marked, I'm going to line it up here on my miter saw and make my cut. Safety comes first every time you're using a powered saw. Here I'm making sure my left hand is good and clear of the blade as I'm lining it up and getting ready to cut. With the miter saw, it's also good to let the blade stop before you raise it. Now that I have my wooden block cut, it's time to make an A-frame wall hanger. The wooden block will be tapped with 2 holes in which the wall hanger will slide down into, which will then cradle your turkey fan. So here we have a sample A-frame hanger. I'm going to show you how to bend it. First of all, we have an old school coat hanger. I'm just going to start out by unbinding it there. Next step is simply just to fold the coat hanger in half. So I'm just going to bend it, try to match these ends up as good as possible, and give it a good squeeze. Okay, so now that's what our coat hanger looks like. We already have these bends in the coat hanger, however I just want to keep this back bend, so I'm going to use pliers and try to straighten up this other small bend that's in each side. So now we have more of a 90-degree turn on both sides. For the sake of just being easier to work, I'm going to go ahead and cut this additional wire off of each side. Alright, so now you can see our progress. So we need to now make another bend. If you'll come in maybe an inch, inch and a half, actually you could measure the thickness of your turkey fan, the meaty part of it, to know exactly how much room you're going to need. But basically, I'm now going to make another 90-degree bend in this wire. I'm going to try to match, do the same with the other side. Okay, so we're getting there. All that's left is just cut these long arms off. You don't want there to be too much here because you don't want to have to drill into your board real deep. You just want to, you know, say 3/4 of an inch would do. And I'll try to match that on this side. There you go. And now we have our A-frame hanger as well as our board. Now it's time to mark and tap some holes into this, which will enable us to assemble. To mark our holes, basically I want to center the hanger left and right, so I want to find about middle. The thing is, I don't want to get too deep up into the wood because that thins out our ability to put turkey fan behind it. So we want to stay fairly shallow into the wood. So left and right, that's about center. I'm going to mark a hole for that one. I'm going to mark another hole for this one. And once I get those marked, I can get the spacing a little more true for both of them. Again, I'm using a 7/64 bit here, however an 1/8 inch would work. Now I'm going to stand my board up right, and I'm just basically drilling straight down into my board. Hole number 2. Give it a couple times down through it. One thing that I like to do, because the hanger would actually go in just as is, but you can actually take your drill bit and put it in the hole, and I'm creating a line. Okay, so now that we have our holes drilled in these little channels, it'll now accept the hanger. Just put them in the 2 holes, push it down in, see that kind of lets that be even across there. You can micro adjust it to your liking. But now we have our hanger for the wall. Basically, whenever you hang it on the wall, you'll put a nail in the wall and it'll hang just like that by the A-frame. Let's go get a fan, see how she turned out. With my turkey fan, I'm simply going to insert it here into in between our board and our A-frame hanger. I'm going to pull it down into it till it seats in the bottom. Straighten her up, and there you have it, ready to hang on the wall. Like I said, you can use a simple rustic board, a piece of cedar, or some other type of wood of your preference. You can keep it simple, or you can get as complex as you want and artistic. Here, I actually used a piece of balsa wood, carved out a turkey on it, and added eye hooks to the bottom, which hold my turkey beard. But again, that is all based on this A-frame back. Makes it easy to hang, and it's going to look great on your wall. I hope this has helped you out, and I wish you huge success in your future hunts.